Well, good evening. I'm Mhorgrimm, and welcome back to my Grimdark 40K Rogue Trader playthrough. Well, it's in the Grimdark universe. Our Grimdark failed in pretty much our fourth combat. We'll see. So we're going to go to Rycad Philia, and we'll see about liberating that prison there. Then we'll head up there and find ourselves a navigator. But now we're a little more armed.
Keep your guard up.
I'm Rogue Trader von Valancius. Introduce yourself. Brief me on the situation. Okay, so we had a prison riot led by the warden. Rogue Trader went to go do it. Okay, so the warden is spreading it. Okay. So either is attending me spite or I didn't intend on leaving. Okay, why would the young winter scale, personal matter, childhood friend? Is this connected to the rebellion? Is there anything else I should be aware of? What is your relationship with Jasper? We're engaged. Jasper's alive. We need to get rid of our psyker.
I spoke to Mistress Tolleman recently. Don't you think you're taking advantage of the Lord Captain's hospitality, Van Kalos?
I assume you're referring to the small request I submitted to Vigdis. If so, then no. I'm not taking advantage. The matter is closed.
You're actually challenging an
The
Inquisitor.
Emperor sets my path.
Let's disarm. Okay. Didn't work. No, no, no. I'm wondering if after this I should promote an enforcer from within my ranks. An enforcer loyal to me. Here comes a grenade. challenging me? Ill-advised.
Let's get to it.
You'd think they would back off, seeing like what's going on with the plasma.
I'm here, maggot.
Reduced to dust!
Inquisitor. You get protected. That was a goof. High momentum.
At your beck and call. It will be done. I took care of this one.
Nicely done. Put down this traitor. Perception. Now there was the quick one. The nimble prisoner. Made K. Oh. Okay.
Onward to victory.
Argenta, don't you find it difficult to be without your sisters? You are a soldier without a squad.
I will fight alongside my sisters again, but my present fate is not a burden to me. No matter where I go, or who I am with, I bring death to heretics. That is what matters.
Something about the path to purgation. Alright, so... So they were
Marching ahead.
cannibalizing. Right. Oh. Mm-hmm. Normal looking faces. Not gonna die with these nutters. Please don't shoot us. Your nobles, let's speak. Okay. Give me a reason not to execute you. Give us a chance. The fact that the servers presently confined therefore previously betrayed the trust the Imperium servers need to be vocalized. Mm-hmm. Tell me about the Warden. Crackpot from the start. Started rewarding you. He was all about digging up stuff. Live right in a quarry under the dome. Behold the truth. If I spare you, what will I gain? Alright, so you're on footfall. What kind of serious people? So you're part of the Fellowship of the Void. I'll spare you. You may go. Of course, the Inquisitor's not happy that I spared them. Because, I mean, he's an Inquisitor. But this is a future
Forge ahead. Never linger.
favor. dead guard didn't even have a time to draw a weapon. Well, we'll fix that. I told you, Evie, they're hiding so much arrogant mentors, holy red sister, which is nothing but fibs and abominations. But Aurora, she's different. She spoke to me like no one before. Oh, I got bad news for you. That pit, there's something special about it. You're too late. Da-da-da-da. Aurora was felled by my hand. You've nothing to hope for. Uh-huh. Never any point to having this conversation to begin with. Okay.
Challenging me was a mistake. Cross.
You'll flank that way. You'll flank that way. Let's begin.
Hold on.
Such is the will of chaos.
We got to destroy these lenses. But it's easier when there's not people in our way. Okay. All right, Henrik, let's see if we can tie down our good friend, the governor.
But of course, Lord Captain.
Heavy is the tread of his faithful.
There we go. Get rid of these riffraff guards.
Yet still standing.
Okay.
Anything is.
Oh. Whew. Overcome by some bad sneezing. And we might hit. Or not. Alright, Pascal.
I am your doom.
Sure you are.
I bring ruin. Will do.
Eh. $37, 37%, 40. Let's see if we can bring it down. Apparently not. And hey there. Wow. Just keep an eye on that one guard.
Let's get to it.
Ow.
Faith without deed is worthless.
At your beck and call. Indeed.
What you gonna do now, friend?
Let's see to it. I won't object to it.
Let's have the Inquisitor go to town. And that takes care of the sharpshooter.
With purpose.
Ow.
What an unfortunate turn of fate.
Mm-hmm. He's in a bad way. Timely assistance. What have they done to you? Tried to convince them to stop. Diplomacy failed. Father hates diplomacy, which is why I had to try. Conserve strength. You're wounded. And we'll see that assistance is provided.
Stay sharp.
Because if I provide assistance to the other local rogue trader family, there could be money in it for me down the road, or favors owed. Particularly if he gains a position.
Let's see this through.
Extract sand into glass, huh? Alright, well... You failed. Yeah, see, but mine doesn't inhibit me. Oh, you gotta be heretical to use it. That's good to know. Alright, let's see. Bring it up to a 50, 45, 45. Let's get better at sniping a bit. Pinnacle weaponry. Or... dual weapon combat. Sword and plasma. This increases strength. Get off of me. Becomes better at shooting. Okay. Perception. Mind thief. Again, I'm just picking random for her. 'Cause I want to get rid of the sanction. Litany of purification. All enemies in the area of Warhammer for enemies are adjacent to devotee gain +2. Also, demons in the area will suffer damage equal to the momentum restored. Yeah. Get better at your Medicae. Less likely to dodge. Okay. Exposing communion. Just become better at shooting. Willpower. Eternal glory. I'll just become, I don't know, exemplar of the Emperor's will. You. The rebellion's been crushed. I have news of your lord. He is safe in one piece. I shall receive as a guest on my ship, so ready the shuttle. And collect all. Let's head towards getting a navigator. Okay, they're not answering. Contact again. scan. Order the crew begin docking. Let's sort this out. Yeah, that's not a good sign.
Pathetic worm. You dare to argue with your master?
It was not you whom I swore to serve within these walls. My lips are sealed.
Confess. What was the old man's last command? What are you planning?
Give up, Keeper. You have lost this battle. Again.
We're getting nowhere with these ones, sir. Permission to execute them.
Warp really seems to be bleeding into the realm here. Okay. Yeah, strange guess, huh? Abelard, if you'd be so kind. Okay. If you look, Crystal Alka's keeper of the palace. Okay. You are the keeper. Navigator looks at the guards and winces. Soldiers are quivering as if tormented flesh are being flayed. Why would a keeper of the station command Vala mutants condemned by the Emperor? Okay. Worm consuming tumultuous for dozens of cycles. Form the veil between the Emberty and Bruno's powers trying to tear it through. Oh, their bodies are morphs. In pain, despair, the forceps. Okay. Okay, so she thinks he's telling the truth. Okay. I sincerely hope the influence of the Emerging has not yet affected your body and soul. I still have questions. So the warp drove the servants insane but failed to affect you or the lady. Why did you not respond to messages? My men reported the station's in a deplorable state. Okay. Tell me of your mistress. Not allowed to discuss it, whether with her. Okay, outsiders. So, what makes you think she's still alive? Okay. What kind of help are you talking about? Okay, so you're wounded and dying. Why should I help you? How do I remake the control wall? The phylactery containing Mistress Blood needs to be taken to laboratory. Okay. Messiah. So how am I supposed to power it? Main cogitator. If it's so simple, why didn't you do it yourself? I will rescue you, but in return, House of Surrey will sign a contract with my protectorate. So be it. Okay, his hands were fused.
The Navis Nobilite is a unique part of the Imperium's apparatus. The privileged position navigators occupy enables them to carry out questionable acts, which they hide behind the walls of their fortresses.
The station's silence can hardly be considered a good sign. Perhaps it was attacked by cultists, or, as with our ship, the strike came from within.
Could be. Mutant. Mutated flesh. Well, let's... Oh. Yeah, look at those fingers. Did he just bring back something, people that were dead, back to life? Done, and done. Keep an eye on the Psyker. Oh, hello. You're in range. Mutant.
Doubt is for the weak.
36, 55. You. Oh well.
Weather the storm.
Oh. Sneaky.
Moving out.
Mute traitors. Alright, let's see if we can secure the flanks. And you, Abelard, become dodgy.
I must not falter. Follow my lead.
Good shooting.
Onward. Follow my lead.
Follow my lead.
Okay, we'll take them. And now Abelard.
High momentum. My faith strengthens me.
Don't worry, we'll put him down.
Break their morale.
Taking my morale.
Weather the storm. Moving out.
Him.
That's how it's done.
And him. Take him, Abelard. No, they weren't. Like, they were just basic armed. It's like warping the reality a bit. Keeper Felix at the child. Say, calm down. Keeper Felix said the squad will not have to serve the child for long. He even gives us a little leeway. Interesting. Let's check the bodies. Navigator flush sample.
Damn warp! If we'd been in real space, I'd have.
Idira, stop castigating yourself. Your soothsayings have always...
That's how you deal with it. Deep cut extends across the mutant's throat and holy ink is carved into their forehead. Traitors are often executed this way. Okay. So do not do adamantium and dust and black water. Okay, painted with flesh blood.
Venture forth.
Trade items. Ooh, long las. So that's a laser sniper. Waken the cogitator. I'm recording blasphemy. First of all, could do such cruelty. Awaken. Request the station's navigators. Alive, alive, alive. Upper changer. Teams inaccessible air control. Okay. Examine log. View Vox. Several... Okay. 200 service perished due to explosive decompression. Mechanical interference. Possible cause sabotage. Okay. Something is jamming this signal. Okay. Examine recent entries. Servants close to child started butchering one another again. Okay. Negotiations with discussed. New batch of servants will arrive. Data expunged. Docking log. Classified, classified, classified. Okay. Security logs. Depressurize. Almost docking. Energy run. The station will transfer. Immediate evacuation is advised. Okay, so the station's going. Get into the secure data, shall we? Tech priest. Child delete pick. Only the keepers of the station have access to life support systems. The keeper throughobout has not left the child's side, and neither have I. Call Rykad Magnorse. Okay. Switch to the main chamber. Open all doors. Go ahead. Open the main hall, the library, the adjutant, the technical, the guard room, and the lab. Okay, return to list. Main elevator controls. Activate elevator.
Forge ahead, never linger.
What did we pick up there? Better persuasion. Bonus warp knowledge.
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
Over there!
Marching ahead.
Oh, there we go. I think we've got everything now. Okay, so let's process. See if we can figure this out. So don't do adamantine black water. Take the control rod. Do not use burn or acid. Okay. Let's see if we can figure this out then. Flesh. Okay. Catalyst. So do not use black water. Do not use acids. Let's go with crystal dust. See what happens. Well, we blow it up. That's what happens. Okay. We can't just experiment around until we crack it.
Let's see this through.
What's going on here? Alright, let's talk. You dealt with the threat. Remember, every second hesitate. Tell me more. What paths? One paved with blind faith, the other hatred and treachery. Who is who? Who do you see? Thank you. Everything is clear now. I have questions. Who is this child? So the madmen, I felt, were convinced that we were the traitors. Most corpses, I doubt, were either unarmed or feeble. Warp corrupts the stars. Bodyguards had their minds fogged as well. Yeah, but someone destroyed shuttles, shut off power, disabled security. I saw a security station report. Only keepers have that. Whereas Theobald was by their side. You dare suspect me if I listened to a recording. You were very lenient towards the officers. Enough. I couldn't trust you as...
Your execution is assured.
For the Emperor!
We're not going to debate anymore, okay? Let's put them down together. Ow. Him.
I'll do it.
So close.
I must not falter. Follow my lead.
Him.
Onward!
Hello, traitor. You deal with him.
High momentum.
Follow my lead. To the heretics.
On
Him.
it.
Say goodbye.
Weather the storm.
As said, so done.
Oh, there.
Onward to victory.
Him? That's the sword. Staff, okay. Let's go rescue Lady Cassia, the child. Enabled. Up we go. Gills. Ugh. Heresy. My own willpower. Mhorgrimm von Valancius. Alright, the child. Sacred child. Theobald. You. Present trying to determine. Abelard, introduce us. Okay, another road trade in our corner. How interesting. Okay. Good news so far, not drawing your weapons so far. I want to know what happened between you and Felix. Okay. I presume has reasons for treasuring the child other than uncontrolled outbursts like these. A young immature likely hasn't completed her training. Enough. Whoa, 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 whoa. Felix accused you of treachery. You look frightening. A curse has taken hold of him. Save the sacred child. How could you lose control of your station? Trust no one but yourself and the Emperor. The service house is coming in. Wounds will never heal. I am dying. There is a Medicae. I've made my decision. Cassie shall come with me.
Wake up, my mistress, my sacred child. It is all over now. It is over.
What happened? You. I remember you. Have you come to save us?
Maybe.
Child, please, listen to me very carefully. One last time. You will now embark on a voyage with this lord to rejoin the house and its regent in the Corollas expanse. I will not be able to accompany you on this journey.
Okay.
No, not you two. Don't leave me alone in this violet-brown haze. You're coming with me. Your mistress is giving you an order. Do you hear me?
Mistress, I fear this will be your only order that I dare to disobey. I am the keeper of Urac 5, and alas, I have less than a day left in me. Allow me to serve you one last time and honor my final duty to House Orselio. I will remain on the station and destroy the secrets it holds.
Okay.
Oh, Theobald.
Forgive the urgency, but we should leave the station immediately. Stations are unstable.
But this is my home.
Please, child, do not be stubborn. Remember your duty to the house, and let those thoughts bring you strength.
What are you going to do to me?
I'd be all about contracts.
Striking a deal that profits off the other party's desperation? Just as I thought. You do not have an ounce of honor in you. Child, let this be a lesson to you. A cruel lesson. But you will have to accept this state of affairs for now, so the house can achieve its goals. Remember, what matters is that you reach Regent Aronto.
Okay.
I am afraid you leave me no choice, Lord Captain. I agree. Now take me to your vessel.
What do we got here? Render different hands, timid on certain lines. Luxurious feast left untouched.
Stay sharp.
Brimming with essays, novels. Okay. Like, she can make it there on her own, right? To the void ship. Here we go. Yet another psyker on my ship. Okay. What do you wish to speak about? Yeah, I forced you. You're free to leave as soon as I can find someone to replace you. So maybe not so much as a freak. Why do you want these items? The last navigator didn't need those. Why do you refuse red paint? So use your own blood. Tell me about what this ritual entails. I shall have the supplies delivered. Initiating communion ritual. Violent vortexes. Armada's driving fog. Daughter forsaken by father yearns for her brother. Vox Masters, so that you receive 5 lashes. Okay. Okay, we replied too late to evacuate the residents of the station. Warp disruptions. Could you sometimes just visit with something wonderful? Okay. Thank you. Well, I'd say that's a good spot to maybe end this, or do we continue on? Let's go deal with the servitors, actually. So I'm on Iconoclast, above the Thundering Guns, and I'm also a Heretic, which means 20% less likely to use up a combat stimulant or med kit. So I'm leaning more radical. Okay. We have 18. Reputation. Miscellaneous. There we go. I would like fire grenades. War World Origin flak chest plate. A great sword. And some boots. Well, what about the Tech Priest? Oh, Stormtrooper armor. Stabilizing bracers. Modified las gun. Have you made a confession lately? The orphans of the ship have already been provided for. Oh, it was him. You have a good heart. I'm surprised. You're not scheming to misappropriate funds. Lavish spending's out of order. Okay, so there's a problem with the servitors. Bring me to them. Examines them. Let's try cutting them. Okay. Let's go see how Pascal's doing.
The Messiah knows all, comprehends all.
I want to know the truth about you.
The request is approved. I did conceal certain information. I was a student of Archmagos Amanat, but I committed an act of betrayal after he deviated from sacred dogma.
What did he do?
He fell into schism and challenged the sacred boundaries of knowledge. The blessed Amanat claimed the limits of what is permitted must be expanded, because by refusing to explore certain law, we find ourselves in contempt of the seventh universal law. Comprehension is the key to all things.
Okay.
My mentor put forth a thesis claiming that we have stagnated, that ritual is now nothing but a cage for souls and false worship of the Omnissiah. He sought to break the cycle of mindless repetition because he saw the inevitable demise of our faith and all humanity at the end of it.
Certain aspects of the Imperium have ossified. Makes a reasonable argument.
This statement is false. My mentor's words sound like heresy. Limits were established because it is dangerous to venture beyond. Each step past them could lead to a bloody slaughter, but the blessed Amanat was not afraid.
So how'd you betray him?
The teachings of the blessed Amanat spread, and word of it reached the conclave of the Cognizance fleet. They recognized his teachings as tech heresy. Many tech priests suddenly vanished or were subjected to servo penance for minor transgressions. The students of Amanat, whose number included many enlightened and respected tech priests, resisted. My prognosis showed that our most likely future was a schism and a fratricidal war that would destroy the Cognizance fleet. That was when I headed to the Conclave.
Okay.
I confessed and handed the information about my mentor's research over to the Conclave. Brazen anthematic studies of the Forbidden Law. The Conclave could use that data to summon Archmagos Amanat to stand trial and compel him to repent on pain of excommunicate traitoris. His subsequent fate is unknown to me.
You acted as a loyal son of the Imperium should.
I pray that the Omnissiah grants us wisdom to overcome the dialectic differences that divide us.
So why did you go to Rykad Minoris?
I was summoned there by a message that was encrypted with the Blessed Amanat's personal code, and could it be interpreted in several ways. One thing was certain. We were in danger, and I had to go to Rykad Minoris.
So the tech priest Abel, who is he?
Assessing his personality is difficult. The spirit of Brother Abel is different from that of most people. 10 comrades of the cog call such persons quiet ones. He possesses significant intellect, but shuns communication.
Okay.
So far, I have not been able to determine why Abel summoned me to Rykad Minoris, how he is related to the Blessed Amanat, or why he bears the same name as me. Perhaps the Reverend Abel cannot fully actualize and interpret the available data.
So, what are you going to do next?
I was wrong when I assumed it was the Blessed Archmagos Amanat, who assumed the guise of Abel Haneman. But there is a connection between him and the Reverend Abel, and I intend to uncover the nature of this link.
Alright, I have other questions.
Acknowledged. I will return to ruminating on the search for the Blessed Amanat.
Tell me more about your past.
The request is approved. I have no outright restrictions on disclosing this information.
Where are you from?
Information about my origins is worthless. I belong to the priesthood of explorators and came to the Coronis Expanse over 200 years ago. Any events preceding that moment are insignificant.
So are you just gonna go grab a drink of water? Okay, it just had something like, felt like it was stuck in my throat there. I apologize for the little break there. So how'd you end up in the Cronus Expanse?
I was honored to become a member of the Explorator Cognizance Fleet. When the Adeptus Mechanicus summoned the faithful for an exploratory venture into the depths of the Coronis Expanse, I joined the fleet in fulfillment of my sacred vows of comprehension.
So why not with the fleet anymore?
After I betrayed Archmagos Amanat, the fleet conclave directed me to the orbital station Altar Templum Calixis X-17 for penance. This venerable temple station was founded in the early years of our expansion into the Coronis Expanse. It is currently a rear observation post of the Cognizance fleet in orbit around the star Furibundus.
Who are the Explorators?
The sacred fraternity of explorers. The cult Mechanica sends us out to the frontiers of the known sectors as researchers and conquerors. We are the warriors of the Code, who return to the lost worlds and devote themselves to recovering the lost ancient knowledge. Explorators are granted the privilege of being more independent than many of our tech comrades. However, it has earned us a reputation as unstable and poorly controlled troublemakers whose unorthodox views are dangerously close to apostasy.
Tell me about your Mechandrites.
They are my younger brothers and guides on the way to the Omnissiah. Their machine spirits are directly bound to my neocortex and pick up impulses from my subconscious. Sometimes they act ahead of my thoughts. This is how the Omnissiah leads me to comprehension.
Okay, we can stop there.
Acknowledged.
Tell me more about the Adeptus Mechanicus.
I am honored to belong to the priesthood of Mars, guided by its tenets. We safeguard technology against the impure and the unenlightened.
Do you... what is it? Well, let's explore the history and the lore of the Adeptus, because this will really dig into it. Why did you mention Mars?
That is where the cult of the Omnissiah originated, and where we were granted the first revelations. Many millennia ago, we made an alliance with the Emperor of Terra, and have served the Imperium ever since, paying a tribute of machinery, weapons, and void ships. Everything that bears the blessed seal of machinery comes from our hands, and it is we who make sure the operating rituals are performed as they were meant to. We are everywhere. We are the Mars-forged steel bars that give the Imperium strength.
Well, not 100% true. But yeah, I get it. Alright, so what do you mean guarded? Technology's not a buried treasure.
It is both a treasure and a secret. Technology is how the divinity of the Omnissiah manifests itself in this world. This is why the uninitiated may only be allowed to touch the most vulgar and mundane of its instances. We, on the other hand, are authorized to use the sacred catechism of maintenance and operation.
It also means you're controlling any and all technology.
Although there is another reason to deny lay people the sacrament of knowledge, it can be dangerous. Twisted by renegades, the Omnissiah's wisdom is called Heretic, and the exposure to it may corrupt the uninitiated. Another danger is knowledge, strangely interpreted and inscrutably twisted by the minds of Xenos. This bane is called Xenotech.
I don't think I should get into the theological arguments with them, so I see Xenotech, Heretic, very dangerous.
This statement is true.
Do you hold a high position in your fraternity?
This Electu indicates that I am a Magos, who has mastered the sacraments of many spheres of knowledge, and has the right to conduct services in a forged cathedral.
What is the Omnissiah? This should be interesting.
He is the divine mechanism, the maker of technology. The universe was made to resemble a mechanical marvel, because the Omnissiah rules over it. Knowledge is the highest form that he uses to manifest in the world. For now. Someday, he will come to this world in the absolute fullness of his splendor.
Okay.
The Adeptus Mechanicus worshipped the Emperor. He is the earthly manifestation of the Omnissiah, who brought humanity into the light of divine grace.
Alright, so what is the Adeptus Mechanicus and the flesh?
Organic tissue is an imperfect replica of the machine, transient and vulnerable. Metal is more stable, more effective, and more durable. Flesh speak is flawed next to binaric language. Meat begets weakness, it softens the mind and undermines discipline. But you can replace metal when it wears down. In addition, a machine is a supreme form of knowledge. and by assuming mechanical form, we become closer to the Omnissiah.
Do you now?
However, like all things sacred, our augmentations must not be defiled by the eyes of the ignorant. Which is why we reveal only the crudest of tools, while holier mechanisms remain concealed beneath our crimson robes.
Okay. So I'm curious about your augmentations.
The right to witness the miracle of flesh being fused with holy metal is granted only to those who have ascended to the rank of initiate. However, your lofty status of rogue trader allows me to make a partial exception and reveal my sacred stigmata.
Emaciated white meat. Nod my tech shots, flowing wires. Okay. I think the Omnissiah has been generous to you.
The Omnissiah has been generous to you too. He has granted you understanding.
So you have a strange way of speaking. Is it because of augmentations, or is it because of, I guess, faith or ideology?
He is the divine mechanism, the maker of technology. The universe was made to resemble a mechanical marvel because the Omnissiah rules over it. Knowledge is the highest form that he uses to manifest in the world. For now.
Okay, we know that.
The Adeptus Mechanicus.
I hit the wrong button there. There we go.
Partially true. I had a voice modulator implanted alongside the respiratory purification module, but there is an additional reason. Gothic is not my first language. I am used to thinking and making statements in lingua technis. The binaric language is more informative, more ergonomic, and less prone to misinterpretation.
Okay. So like a binary Esperanto? I have no other questions.
Acknowledged.
I will take my leave.
May your labors be effective and fruitful.
Alright, what about Abel? How are you feeling, Abel? Okay. You're not a threat to my ship. What judgment do you two speak of? What troubles him so? Why are you so concerned about him? You care for him as if he was your younger brother. Why are you so concerned about him? Okay, I'll try not to give Abel any undue cause for dread. Thank you. Why do you have the same name? The naming his name's not indexed to the text. Naming names is the text. Poetry. Are we overthinking it? It doesn't matter why your names are the same. What matters is they are the same. Is that what you mean? What are you working on? You catch a soul light, solar wind, footsteps on Messiah as you walk the desert. so. Look for logical connections in the data. Crystals exquisitely care. Thank you for this generous gift. Inspect the sacred machine. Why do you do it? Quest for knowledge. Did you hear what Abel said? It seems we have contributed to his design deviated from the cycle. What does that mean to you? Follow a path charted by minds. Cycles, advantage of predictability, abandoning. I think number one, isn't the promise of every heresy? Okay. And let's talk to the... Could you tell me a little bit about yourself?
I'm usually the one interested in the pasts of those around me, not the reverse. I come from a night world, Guizorn 3. I belong to a branch of one of the noble houses until my exceptional abilities were discovered. After that, I was sent on a black ship to Holy Terra, where I was trained, and I began my service for the glory of the Imperium.
So a night world is a world run by a noble order piloting, I guess you could say, mecha. Some are aligned directly with the Imperium, some are aligned with the Adeptus. So do you remember your homeworld?
I do, but I have no ties to my homeworld now. None except my first name. I left Guizorn 3 when I was still a child. My family disowned me, stripping me of my family name. I was given a new one by those who trained me. Even for a noble, being branded a psyker is a mark of eternal shame. I experienced that firsthand before I was put on the black ship.
So how did you discover your abilities?
Like many psykers unaware of their curse, I found out when a strong emotional reaction triggered an involuntary response. My great aunt had a pet grink. One day, it bit me, and I boiled it from inside out. And when my great aunt slapped me for what I'd done, I boiled her too.
Sorcerer's powers are dangerous. I hope you've mastered it.
When I arrived on Holy Terra and was tested, I was found to be suitable material for becoming a sanctioned psyker, able to bend his curse to his own will. I can assure you that the adepts of the Astra Telepathica were right in their assessment.
So tell me about the black ships. The black ships are the ones that pick up the psykers from planets and bring them back to Terra.
Picture a vast prison ship, filled with frightened, angry psykers who can't control their abilities and who have just lost their homes and their families. Some of them were children and adolescents like I was. Some were monstrous creatures who no longer had the right to be called human, or psychopaths who reveled in their impure powers. Once, when one of the miscreants broke free, those in command simply depressurized the bay and got rid of the culprit, along with the prisoners and crew tainted by him. But even after that, I heard the echo of inhuman suffering and terror that filled that part of the ship. It grieves me to recall that episode to this day.
So were you sent to the Inquisition right away?
No. First, I was accorded the status of a psyker fit for service in the Imperial Guard, where I then spent several years. It was only afterward that I became an agent of the Golden Throne.
Interesting. So how long have you served the Inquisition?
Since the day of my initiation as an acolyte. So, decades. How many real years it's been, it's hard to say. When I return from a journey through the warp, I often discover that much more or much less time has passed in real space.
For someone who's been in service a long time, you certainly look young.
The first step for biomancers such as myself is to take control of the processes of their own body, including aging. I've endured innumerable hazards in my work. If I allowed every trace of them to remain, I would look completely different today.
So you've visited many worlds.
Indeed. I have visited many of the places brought to the Emperor's light, and those sullied by the filth of the archenemy. In truth, even after all these years spent visiting the various corners of the Imperium and looking beyond its borders, I still consider the Segmentum Solar to be the greatest of all humanity's bastions. Nothing compares to the majesty of Holy Terror, the might of Mars, the grandeur of the Segment's other worlds.
So what duties have you been carrying out?
You can't really be expecting me to answer that question, can you?
I can try.
Gladly.
You're not the Inquisitor's only acolyte, correct?
Of course not. The Lord Inquisitor's entourage comprises dozens of people. The best of the best. Experts in various fields and disciplines. Some of them I know personally. Others I have never met.
All right.
To be honest, I'm not even certain that the people I know are still alive. I used to work with other acolytes of the Lord Inquisitor, but in the Coronis Expanse, I have been working alone.
Wandering among the stars without family and friends, does it get lonely?
I rarely have the time or the opportunity to think about it.
Are there other acolytes out here? Okay. If you're an interrogator, is that a special rank?
We are not a retinue. We are acolytes. As for your question, I am closer than anyone else to the one I call my personal teacher. The Lord Inquisitor deemed me worthy of undertaking the most important and sensitive tasks requiring the attention of agents of the Golden Throne.
So like a Inquisitor in training, I guess.
Such as?
What can you do as a Psyker?
The Lord Inquisitor was most insistent that I master the discipline of Santic Demonology. I use my faith and my power to crush the enemies of the Imperium. Servants of Chaos tremble at the sound of the Emperor's name, uttered by my lips. I am also a skilled biomancer. I can manipulate bodily processes. Sometimes I resort to those skills in the course of my work, when it is necessary to make the subject of an interrogation more cooperative.
Okay. I'll take my leave. End dialogue. Voxmaster, have you heard anything? Lop-eared Kleppas, the confession. The important question is why? Wait, why long-eared Kleppas specifically? Can we have some? Your Kleppa, and find a way to delete it. Will do. Fox Spirits brought anything interesting? That'll be all. Well, let's go. don't like how everything... I need to clean up my ship. No, the navigator stays in her sanctum. Okay. Just max out our skills here. Increase rate of fire. Target cannot move. Add hits. Found the sources. You have nothing to worry about. Alright, so we need to break into this, which means we need to spell out Furia. F.
Your seneschal is always there for you.
Is this the U? Okay. R. Where's R? R. I. A.
Now that's interesting.
Doesn't
Should I
seem...
divine our next step?
No. Okay. Since we're here, we'll offer a prayer. But I think this is a good spot to end it. Don't want to go too late tonight. It'll be an early day tomorrow for me. So thank you for watching. I'd like to especially thank anyone who's taken the time or has been courteous enough to leave a like or subscribe. If you want to leave me a comment, you can. I hold all of them, so if you just mark it private, it won't get pushed out. And if it is something to share, I just click and share it so it appears. That's just how I try and control some of the commentary. I don't know when my next session will be, but I'm hoping you're enjoying this slower playthrough of Rogue Trader, where I'm taking the time so you can hear the things. So just click through, which I've seen quite a few people doing. Anyways, until next time, I'm wishing you all the best. Hope you're taking care of yourselves, and hope to see you watching again soon. But until then, this has been Mhorgrimm. Bye now.